Hey there, Taurus. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. All right. So, no, we haven't. Okay, fine. I will leave it there. I was like, how could I miss cleaning up the setting from Aries? And they keep telling me Aries is like it's being stuck there, some it's being supported from there. It's like the two are merging together to like bridge a gap, that type of a thing, to afford the new, to ring out the old. So Aries, if you didn't watch it, you could go back and watch it right now. You could watch it later, but it had to do with the source of fruition, about this divine perfection coming on in. But let's get one that is the central. Okay, Taurus, you've got a lot going on, and that's why it's not making sense. Many months, many moons. There's a division between the hunger and the purity. Okay, so for many of you, that's talking about money. All right, the hunger and the purity is like, or the difference between lust and love, and wanting to like put so much definition and weight on that. But that's not. Oh, I still have to pick the card. Okay, Fruition, I see you looking at me. I mean, she's staring at me where she didn't before. Oh, okay, got you. Limited vision means you haven't experienced it yet in this lifetime. I mean, that's easy enough, because in Aries, we were focusing on the fruit. Now it's focusing on the eyes. What's going on behind the mask? It's like they're not equally yoked. See how the mask is kind of wonkus and crooked on there? They're not equally yoked or masked. It's like just straightening yourself, a little bit disheveled, a little bit disappointed. Woo. Hope you hang in there. Okay. I've got to get a new stand. This one's be acting up. Okay. Well, that's often pretty relevant to the message as well. So when your vision's a little bit off, over time, I can have huge discrepancies going on there. So I'm leaving that in on purpose, so that we realize those discrepancies. And what are they? Boundaries, boundary crossings. It's like we often, when we have a negative experience or a bad taste left in our mouth, we'll over harden a particular area. And when we seem to have pity or compassion streaming out on us because of what our eyes are telling us in regards to a particular person, we'll over soften our boundaries. So it's constantly keeping the boat rocking and having to shift your minds and your adjustment. That this is like really like, let's get into knowing yourself. That is the fruit. Okay, quit adjusting for others is what they're talking about, because in all that adjusting, your scales are getting off, your eyes of justice are getting off, your balance is getting off, and it skews your judgment. That doesn't mean judging others. That means your judgment, your ability to decide because you see and perceive clearly. So it's interesting because these boundaries, it's like a background card. They're telling me no, fruition is fully supposed to be here and be realized, how to balance out your mask. Okay, balance out your butterfly bone in your head, your sphenoid, okay? That's what alleviates the pressure and helps bring the inside and the outside to same state. That's the word that they're using here, right? So that you don't have to have that corpus callosum, those inhibitors there. You're able to trust yourself. So this, for some reason, is flying on into your future to mend your past. It's almost like you need to know, pardon me, I'm going to readjust. I've been sitting here a minute. That like you need to know what the reward would be for doing such. How to motivate you and to encourage you. Almost like causing the potential to kick off into your actual, to start the initiation and the initial. Which is important because Aries, this is kind of like a little bit of trauma drama that you didn't even know how skewed or off it was. Because how could you know unless you know, right? You can't know it until you know it. And Aries right now is housing Chiron, and it's in the first house. It's moving through this state of really balancing and adjusting and restoring and growing in the fullness of awareness. Woo, that's for somebody. I don't know what you're hearing, but listen up. To bring it all into the balance, the restoration of oneself, like our charts, the goldenest self. The reason the bone collector is here in the kind of the moment or the past or the recollecting or the information swimming around you, the subconscious mind trying to get you into your future self, the unknown. A lot of words, people. King of Pentacles and Seven Pentacles is coming on in. It's talking about press that button, reap your harvest, bless yourself. Okay? King of Pentacles is here. Authority and power. Not just because he's the king, okay? Because the Knight of Pentacles carries that power button in his hand. This, your presence is your power. Your embodiment is that of life, a tree of life, one who sees above and beyond all others, that is not phased by the phase. Okay, you see the moon as whole. You see the moon as whole. You're whole-minded, whole brain, not just left and right, but front to back through all the planes. And what's interesting is this is your card, that there's no place like home, but the background energy is like, I want to co-create. I want to co-create. I want to be half. I want to be half, you know. I want to be straddling between this world and that because I don't want to sacrifice or give up. But the thing is, you can't even walk out your front door here, okay, floating up in the clouds. But see, the thing is, you come down to earth in your house, you can still see the clouds, right? But you'll have a ground to walk on. You'll have a foot to stand on, a leg to stand on, right? That's the Jubilee coming in, as this is good news to your ears. That they say, leave the light on. They're like, come on in your house, inhabit yourself, be yourself. Don't keep amending, all right? Because the movement through for Aries had to do with mending. And they're saying, don't keep amending. Don't keep fiddling, adjusting, readjusting. That's where the crookedness is coming from. Be you. Man and woman, remember this is you. Be you. Come in as who you are. Because then it's very clear. And it's not whether people like you or don't like you. It's being where you're supposed to be. Being in the environment and the timing and the place and all that, okay? Hopefully that's making a lot of sense. And we sweep over now to Bone Collector. Tattoo Tarot's already brought out a few cards. We'll see if we need a few more. We have, okay, that's for somebody. I'm not a big yawner. That transition, all right? You're not used to allowing your potential to flow through you. A lot of what you've been through has been self-efforting, and that can be exhausting and very taxing. So they're talking about let the wind of spirit flow through you. Let this become the momentum that starts carrying you. No, it's not going backwards. It's going forward. It's kicking off the motor, kicking off the flywheel. So here we have the Fool and the Six of Coins. So what they're saying is trusting and following this, whatever your spirit is uncting up, because these come out to bring up ideas, dreams, visions, resonance of what you've already had in process, what your spirit, yourself has already been leaning you towards and leading you towards and showing you, okay? So this is here to let you know that resonance, that connection, that communication, that very much a victory card, but they're talking about belaboring. That doesn't seem synonymous. Something's in the way. Okay. They're talking about quit rehashing old ingredients. They're like, just get new ingredients. That's the new start here. And the results are going to be great. You were using some rancid nuts, some spoiled eggs. And they're like, you wonder why you sick and tired. That's what it was coming about. That's why they're having me leave these in. They're like, don't, that's you. That's you. You. Yes. You know you're being spoken to now. That is wild. So the energy is starting to power up inside of you, and a little bit of humor is kind of bringing you through on this because you realize you're seen and you're heard, and that means you're loved. Okay, and I see your mask looking straight now, and now you're getting serious, and not like dun 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 serious, but hyper focused. You're feeling solid in your connection now. Okay. So let's see about this Fool and the Coins, about the new ingredients. Get a move on. It's already going. Look at that. And see, the thing is, this is you getting an agreement with yourself. Remember, allowing that potential, allowing that momentum, allowing that directive to go. It might seem a little awkward or tiring or sick and tired at first, but actually, don't be put out. Remember, it's just new ingredients. You are still awesome. They had just gotten old. They had gotten old. The scales have been tired, heavy, worn out. It's through that heaviness that you've been through that they're putting in the light, the delight, okay? The lightheartedness in the sun, not the moon that changes. Okay, when it's the golden moon like this, it's talking about the sun and the moon, seeing yourself clearly. And that's what's happening here. These horses are getting on the same page so that it can move along swiftly, expediently over the Great Divide. To carry you from the 7 to the 8. Because 8 is great. We all know that. 5 of Cups. All right. Release the sorrow. Release the sorrow. And in this case, you know, if you need to cry about it, or you're going to have feelings about it, or it happens to pop up, you don't have to shut it off or edit it out. I mean, rain makes the flowers grow, makes the fruit grow, it makes the earth fresh again, makes the rainbows come. That's all fine and good. But if you look back at the Aries reading, it's talking about allowing the light to rise. So that means allowing yourself to increase, to become more visible, to be more beautiful, to be empowered by people's appreciation, not hungering and longing for it because you have your own. It's in this state of that movement, that lightheartedness, that you realize all the efforting can stop. Okay? Now, it's strange because they're not much wanting to get into the Cosmic Tarot. This is the card that's on top. So we'll just take the 1. I hear ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony. Side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord. So level playing field. The disenfranchisement, the differentials, the difference, which can also, difference is another name for subtraction, right? The debts, those type of things, that's all just going by the wayside. That's gone, that's gone, that's gone. It's been, that was what was going on with the old ingredients. The waiting, the hesitancy, actually the spinning the wrong direction of having to earn it and then spend it instead of realizing, letting it turn the other way and come towards you. Okay? Appreciate life coming towards you. Appreciate life's support. Appreciate life's creativity. It's not coming in to steal you, to control you, to rob you. This isn't Uranus that we're talking about, but we're talking about life itself, the wholeness involving you. Okay? Well, we're going to leave it hanging there because we will be revisiting this fruition again next week sometime. I love you, friends. Bye.